So this is my final project for DIY Synth. It looks like this, and currently it's reading MIDI data inside of Logic to play notes. I hard-coded just 2 octaves, so whenever it receives note on data for one of those notes, it tunes the waveform to that frequency, and then it plays that note. Talking also about MIDI functionality, I'll pause for a second. Talking also about MIDI functionality, it can also pitch bend, but I didn't use pitch bend to code that. I use a control change. So whenever Logic, you can draw the control change inside Logic, and then it'll send a signal, control change signal from the control channel 22 to this device, and it will take that signal, look at what value it is in relation to 65. It's 0 to 127, 65 being the middle, and then it changes the frequency off of that. So it's whatever number minus 65. So if the number is less than 65, it will pitch bend downward, and if it is above 65, it'll pitch bend upwards. So you can control the pitch just by drawing it inside of Logic, or if you had a MIDI controller linked to that channel, you could use a knob. You can hear it. You can hear it there, and then so a little bit more. I have 4 knobs here and a button. This knob is a low pass filter. It's just a low pass filter. This is a bit crusher, affecting the sample rate. You can also enter the filter. This knob right here controls, so the synth itself, the way I got the distorted sound is with a wave-folded sine wave, a triangle wave being wave-folded with a sine wave. So this affects the sine wave's frequency, but not the triangle, to get some really weird distortion effects. And last, this knob affects the sustain of the MIDI note. So you can make it really growly, or you can kind of tone it back. So you can really affect the articulation with that knob as it's playing. Of course, these can all be used in conjunction with each other. I have a different MIDI pattern. Oh, in the drums, I made those just with MIDI data to go along with the synth to show that it's reading MIDI data and it's looping and it's staying in time. But to show off more of like the lower end of the sustain, I have a series of 16th notes. And you can really... It's real simple, but you can hear kind of the difference in articulation with the sustain. So let's go back to the other sample. The last function here is this button, which I didn't mention it yet, but there is a delay system being fed back through to create a flanger, but the feedback is pretty low right now. But this button, let me turn this scene up. It's comfortable. This button increases the feedback of that delay, so it'll get more flanged and also a little bit like echoey. So you can press that button and then Use the other knobs to affect a lot. I didn't mention it, but this button, this yellow button next to the green one, it's hard to see, it affects the resonance of the filter, kind of, so you can kind of hear. But anyway, this feedback button. So yeah, this is my project. This is everything you can do. You heard the control change. That's the control change pitch bend right there too. So yeah, that's all the functionality of it. It reads MIDI notes, it pitch bends, and it got a bunch of knobs that affect how it sounds.